Well, it's lovely the support you give to Rivers of Living Water. Let me tell you that your blankets, the last lot, are already in Harare. They arrived 2 days ago. They're in the actual customs now awaiting clearance, which should be any day. Because we go on what they call the diplomatic bag, because I used to work for the government there, we managed to get the thing through without any trouble, normally. So I'm sure they won't be. But the people over there have got pictures of them already, and pictures of you and what you've done. And this year, instead of one container, we sent 2, because there's been so much this year. And it's remarkable that, you know, we're meeting the cost as it comes, so there's no problem there. I have my air tickets to go back on the 9th of January. And on the 10th of January, I'm giving a presentation of all that you've got to the hospital and to the children's wards there. So we're not allowed to take pictures within the hospital because of their strict rules. But we have pictures, and I've shown you some from the other. I'll show you the pictures when I come back of your blankets, because they're all displayed. A room this size is my display room, and all round are blankets, medicines, and this year, particularly this year, they've had a terrible drought, one of the worst. And in January or February, cholera will hit the area. So what we plan to do in January, I've managed to raise the money for 3 big water purification plants, and I have a chap from the Macmillan unit in Christchurch who I met when I was at the Macmillan unit, who has volunteered, raised his own funds to come out and join me for 8 days when I'm doing the big installations. One of them is 300 miles from the main city, and the other one is well, that's 400 miles, but it's on a main road, that one. But we're going to do 2 with him, and then I've got 1 to do on my own. But that will save the lives of people when cholera comes, probably, and it's only an estimate, probably 4,000 or 5,000 people that won't get it, because the water will be pumped through my equipment with solar panels, and it will be cleansed and the disease taken out of it. So that's there waiting as well. I've managed to get all the fittings, because I have a job sometimes to get fittings when I'm out in the bush. But it should be a great trip, and thanks to you and many other people as well, but you particularly for all the gifts and things you've done. I do appreciate it. So from January into the middle of February, think of us out there doing that work, and then I'm sure I'll be back to show you what's happened in the future. Thank you, Alison, for all you've done.
Thank you. I was very aware that a lot of you knit squares and you bring them in, but there are about 6 people that have been literally knitting, like knitting machines, and every week they're bringing in whole bags of knitting, and we'd just like to recognise those people. Actually, only one of them is here today, because what's really nice about this project is people that are actually unable to get here on a Monday or a Friday, or actually not able to get out of the house, they can still be involved in helping the work that Alan does. And so I will read their names out, and we will get these awards to them. It says Pop in Place Regis Champion Knitter Award, and who it's presented to. Then it says, in appreciation of all the squares that you are knitting for the children and adults of South Africa to give them blankets in their orphanages and hospitals, we thank you and keep knitting. Okay, so these are going out to Jan Hartley of Green Close, Valerie Green, who's a friend of Gwen's, who's done countless squares for us. A lady called Eileen Green, some of you will know Eileen. Shirley Hart, which is Dave Hart's mum, who does lots and lots of squares. And Kath Gell, which is Jill Hart's mum, and she does lots and lots of squares. And then there is a lady here who's done tireless knitting. She's knitted this beautiful blanket, and every week she comes in with bags and bags of knitting, and that is Joan Stickland. So could you please come up with that?
We do appreciate it so much. Thank you.
And as I say, we appreciate all the knitting that everyone's doing, but there is some people that just really go to town on it. I'd just like to show you this because this is quite simple. I have no idea who knitted this. Was this you, Joan? No. No. This is really lovely because it's a little hand glove puppet. It would be very, very easy for Alan to pack this.
My luggage.
You know, it doesn't weigh very much and it's quite small, but that would give countless pleasure to some of the children out there.
Most
It's
definitely.
very simple, so we'll have a little look at, maybe we can give some instructions on how to do that one. Okay, lovely. Now, I've got something a little bit special now because we're very aware that Alan does a tremendous amount of work, and we actually want to say thank you to you, Alan, and to Lil, because without Lil you wouldn't be able to. So, and I know Lil had a special day yesterday, I think it was your birthday. Anyway, we've actually brought you a cream tea out together at a garden centre in Wimbledon. You can look around the garden centre and have tea on us. And thank you so much, Alan, because you are great.
Thank you.
Well done, everyone. We'll soon do the raffle, but keep buying, keep drinking, keep eating.